Welcome to the Keep Yappin podcast. My name's Aaron,
And I'm Rahiv.
and you guys loved episode one so much. We had to bring you episode two.
Like that, this wasn't always in the plan, was it?
No. It was meant to be. We were meant to be one hit wonders.
The reception was unreal,
Yeah,
absolutely
you
unreal.
guys loved it. You spammed up the likes, the comments, everything. So, you know,
Just like anything, everything goes on better, everything improves. And this week we're going bigger, we're going bolder, and we're going. I say, one thing I say,
we're going deeper.
we're instead of deeper, what we're doing is we're gonna push the threshold in terms of touching the line for cancellation.
Oh, you want to get cancelled this week?
I don't want to get
Episode
cancelled.
two.
I want to.
You want them to give us like a warning?
I want yellow cards.
Oh,
Yeah, I want yellow cards.
you want Martin Tyler to be like, oh, that could have been a red.
Yeah, I want Michael Oliver to come walk in the room, just yellow card, you're off. But no, man, we've got a lot
Sin
of
bin. You want to be put in the sin bin, basically.
When we went to America, we went to watch the ice hockey at Harvard University.
Oh my god,
We were right next to the Simbin box.
bro! First of all, ice hockey is insane.
There's a lot of videos.
I've never felt adrenaline watching a game like that. Like,
But here's the thing, it's easy to gather what's going on. But because we don't watch ice
no,
hockey,
it's not.
no, it was pretty no, after a
Bro, I
bit.
was lost, man. For the first, I'd say three-quarters of the game, I was lost. I couldn't even see where the puck was. All I could see was just geezers clattering each
I
other.
think we need to give some context. We were right at the front row of a quite kind of a small kind of arena.
Yeah.
We were
We
right
were
at the front row,
literally at the front, like our knees were touching the glass.
and yeah, they you couldn't see the puck like far left of us, but what we could see is we could see the sin bin box,
Oh my god.
and it's kind of like it feels like they feel like an animal, Madagascar, we're like in the zoo in New York, like especially the penguins.
It feels like they're just roided out and they're just ready to like hurt someone.
But like they got put into solitary confinement.
It's
They got put into solitary confinement.
just like you're chill.
Like no, but I can't lie. It was kind of fun to actually see referees allow a fight.
Yeah, it was. I wish they did that in more sports,
Trust me.
bro. I wish in basketball they at least let them get like a couple shots off.
I,
Because every single game, Jordan Clarkson is there doing this to people, but never throwing a
bro,
punch.
imagine Draymond Green just goes like,
Oh my God, Draymond Green would be, bro, he would be DPOY every year without fail if he could throw a couple punches and stay in the game.
imagine. But by the way, the basketball section tip off's way later. But
Oh
one thing I
yeah,
got to
yeah,
mention about fighting, uh, so it's been preseason in the NBA,
yeah.
and Ace Bailey, the Utah Jazz youngster, uh, he started chatting a lot to KD.
KD.
Now will never snap back to KD because KD will give it large. He'll give it at him. He told him basically he's kind of sat him down more or less.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
imagine if they just dropped the ball and he just went through.
I'm being honest, right? I've never I've never rated. I rate KD as a player. I've never rated KD as like, yo, he's got so much aura. He's so tough. Like I've never looked at KD and been like, wow, he's like kind of intimidating. He's got like a really big aura. I feel like he's a loser, bro.
He's a proper nerd.
He's a loser, bro.
Like when you like he thinks he's Shay.
Yeah,
Shay's aura
yeah,
like
yeah,
he has.
yeah, 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 yeah.
He think he has that, but well and truly, let's be honest, bro. You're 39 years old. You've got no one in your
Bro,
life.
find a wife, find Jesus, find something. Yeah, because my man's out in the club every weekend doing basketball moves in the club.
He's
Like,
on Twitter. No, but he's on Twitter in the club as well.
yeah,
And he no burn anymore. It's not burn account anymore. It's KD Trey 5, whatever his thing is.
bro, he's on Twitter arguing, getting rage baited by 12-year-olds. Deep it. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. You're a grown man, and not only are you a grown man, you're a celebrity. You're one of the biggest athletes in one of the biggest games on the planet, and you're getting rage baited by a 12-year-old in some random city that no one's ever heard of.
But
There's a 12-year-old in France rage baiting KD right now.
But his thing, think about it, yeah. He probably uses that as his fuel, He doesn't actually care anymore. I think
But fuel for what, bro?
he thinks he's Tupac. You know Benzema when he won Ballon d'Or. You know Benzema when he won Ballon d'Or. He thought everyone was against him. No one's against you, bro. We were all supporting you. KD ran out of the Rockets. We were all supporting you,
Bro,
bro.
no, has KD has not accomplished anything without Steph, apart from his MVP season. I think KD is
He still had Russ
genuinely
though, bro.
the most overhyped player of all time.
The MVP season, he had Russ.
Exactly.
Now Russ, that should be Russ.
Don't
That
get me
should be
wrong,
20.
KD is a very, very good player. How is he? People are like he's top 20 all time. I think that's outrageous.
I,
I think that
no, he
is
has got an
out.
argument.
No, that is for two championships that he won in the middle of another dynasty. Why? He didn't even.
He's top
They
30.
didn't need him to win. They didn't need him to win.
Oh, but guess what? Hold on. While you're at it, apparently, I think Ty Lue came out and saying that they were trying to get Paul George that off season.
I think there
KD
would have
moved
been
and they
more
would try to get Paul George. That's when Paul George was actually Paul George.
when he was PG.
That was before he started the podcast. Bro, imagine the downfall
Bro,
of myself
bro,
because he started the podcast.
bro, my life's looking at Paul George. My life's about to go downhill because of this podcast.
We got to keep the studio, bro. Gonna have to be like Clay going to China to get a true deal.
He's so ass now. Bro, PG is so ass now.
But talking about ass, I think that's a good segue.
Good segue into our first segment. Our first segment of the week. Let's get into Am I the Asshole?
So, asshole of the week. Am I the
Asshole of the week is crazy.
Genuinely, yeah, it got to the point, yeah, you know, all the like.
Bro, asshole of the week is crazy.
No, but I'm about to say deep, you know.
No, that's a very different segment to what we're about to do.
We can't say deep, you know, the segment either.
It's just us looking at a different
No, but anyway,
it's just a bunch of podiums. We could do that for podiums.
top 3 goes this one.
Top 3 assholes.
But going back to it, in terms of like all the like, well, feeds we talk about, the ones we talk about, there is always one asshole.
Yeah.
As normally the person they're talking about is the asshole.
I see where you're coming from now. I was just like, I just heard, like, it just hit my ear, asshole of the week. I was like, that is not what we're doing.
Because I'm not the asshole of the week. So you tell us your asshole of the week.
Okay, let's get into this.
I said it again, by the way. Asshole of the week. Might have to start calling it, you know.
Asshole of the week is so funny.
AOC, man. Asshole of the week.
Right. For my AITA for today, am I the asshole for telling my sister she gets pregnant too much? This person has specified, by the way, that English is their second language.
Way better than me, though.
So I'm Elise, 29F. I have a sister, let's call her Grace, 36F.
Ooh. 7-year age gap, alright.
Yeah. Grace has always been the child my parents most favoured. She gets all the good stuff and I get her hand-me-downs. Grace dropped out of high school to become a mom at 19. As of now, she has 4 kids and she's just announced a new kid is coming. 19 to 36. She's still dropping kids.
17-year age gap.
Bro, that's like LeBron longevity, bro.
we did.
When I graduated college, I started to earn small from an outsourcing company. Eventually, I earned enough tenure that I am now a virtual assistant, and since the exchange of dollar is big in my country, I earn a lot of money. Sick. Borderline middle class to upper class. And when Grace and my parents found out about this, they started to depend on me financially, especially Grace. Red flags already starting to show up. It started from small things like clothes, money for bottles and milk, until it got to absurd requests like paying for the baby's baptism, milestone shoots, birthday parties, and eventually their tuition for early level education. Grace would treat me as an ATM and even have me pay the caregiver she hired while she gossips and goes out to the club. At first, I just did it because I earn a lot for myself and still have some left for savings. But recently, I finally got a contract on a housing company here. It's a village townhouse, a bit small, but enough for someone like me who's going to live alone. So I told Grace that I'm not going to give her money anymore because I took out a housing loan and it's going to dent my salary for a while. She said, "That's fine. As long as you'll give us permanent housing, I can finally live in the city and find a job." I told her that wasn't the case and I'm going to live there. She started shouting at me, calling me selfish and ingrate. Never heard that one before.
I think because English is not her first language, she's
Might be like one of
trying
their
to.
insults, yeah.
No, she's trying to. She might be saying a different word, you know.
No, I think
Insult.
no. She called me selfish and an ingrate. I think that is an insult in English. I don't know what it means. She said I had no regards for family and I'm just a money hungry bitch. So I told her, even if I am a bitch, at least I don't collect baby daddies like they're Pokemons. Okay,
Come on.
okay.
I like that.
At least spitting bars. And that she keeps on spreading her legs to random guys, but she can't find the time to use her skills to secure a job. She left the room sobbing and crying, and everyone in the family is mad at me. And my phone hasn't stopped ringing from distant relatives who want to give me a lecture. So, did I go too far? For the people who want to call me fake because everyone is mad, try living in an Asian household, specifically where it's religion driven. That should tell you enough.
That says a lot. That does. There's a lot of context here. But
There's a lot going on
first
there.
thing is, she should leave her family.
Why is that
Yeah,
always your response?
But here's
We
the
had
thing.
last week the 16-year-old who had a crush on his stepsister. Your solution was leave your family.
No, well, that one actually. My solution was
Oh,
actually
the geezer who didn't want to host Christmas.
Yeah, the guy who didn't
Leave your
want to host Christmas.
family.
But this is deeper.
This is way deeper.
I feel as if she has all right to. You know those remarks that she said, yeah.
Mm.
That's the point where they like she's only crying because she found out she kind of got caught. She like this lady with 5 kids. She knew all the time, yeah. And like I feel like she knew the whole time. She still knows, but she's like, oh yeah, she's not saying anything. She's my little sister. Oh yeah, she can. I boss her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's an
I've
absolute. I ain't gonna say the
yeah.
word.
She's definitely 100 million% not the asshole. I think I think again, I'll look at it from a different perspective. I think if you want to come out best in the situation, it's always best not to explode at somebody and give them like ammunition to say, "Oh, you're a mean person. You said this, blah 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 blah." I don't think that's right, but I just think that's unfortunately how the world works. Yeah,
No, but that's exactly what
but
happens.
but I think her everything she said to her sister was perfectly correct, and I think if you should not be having 4 or 5 kids if you don't think you can financially support them by yourself. Because God forbid if the girl who wrote this was something was to happen to her, she lost her job or like she passed away or something. How is this girl going to provide for her kids?
No, but here's the thing: she's not thinking of that kind of stuff. So
Because she's gossiping and out at the club. She at
KD
home. She
36.
she needs KD.
She needs KD.
She needs KD.
I think KD wouldn't pay child support. But anyway, go to another kind of point. Is okay. We need to break this down properly. I keep on track.
That's such a crazy take to have about a person. He looks like he doesn't pay child support.
The baby daddies might not pay his child support, you know, in this situation.
Yeah, but still.
But but here's the thing. She's knowing this happened, yeah, and this is what happens, yeah. You know, people like that, selfish people, can't believe that she knows when she said selfish. No, she called the person who's been paying the young sister selfish, right?
I think that's ridiculous, man.
I'm surprised she didn't swing.
Yeah. Imagine you brought your brother a meal, and then every time you went out, you kept paying to eat, and then the one time you said, "Oh, yeah, I just bought this new apartment, so I just got a new car, so money's a bit low, man. treating this week. How dare you? You're so selfish. That's essentially what's happening.
I think we can build a character for this lady, by the way. This 36-year-old lady. I know
The
you shouldn't build a character like you shouldn't
36
we
year
don't
old
know the person
lady,
like we shouldn't really
yeah,
be judging,
her name's
but I
Grace.
will
We'll
be
call her
judging.
Grace, yeah.
I will be judging.
Grace, you're a terrible human being.
Okay, look, she dropped out of school.
At 19.
The education's not there because she thinks that it's okay to rely on someone who's 7 years younger than you, who's well educated, must be. She's done well for herself.
You know what's crazy? So when she dropped out of school, her sister would have been
12.
12.
Yeah. Damn, imagine she was plotting from time.
And imagine, so 19, she's dropped out of school. And then, let's say, probably from when her sister was like 18, she's been providing for her.
You know what I think she should do? Before she leaves the family, before
Mm,
she goes to the city with a nice new job,
yeah.
which she deserves probably, uh, she should give her sister Grace a card, and in the card is protection. She needs that going forward. She genuinely, yeah, she.
I didn't understand
I,
what you meant with protection. I thought you
I'm,
meant like a gun.
I'm getting frustrated. Yeah, that my
She
thoughts
needs
can't come out.
protection.
I feel annoyed for her.
She needs a
It's
job.
selfish, but I can't like this happens more. This happens more often than we think.
Yeah,
This
no,
happens all the
100%.
time.
There is a lot of people who see, like, they just have kids and, like, they don't think about the repercussions for not just themselves, but their kids. And, you know, there's a lot of, there's women out there who just enjoy being pregnant. There actually,
The-
there is, man.
No, but here's the thing, yeah. Like, let's think about the kid nowadays, man. The kids,
So sad.
like, but then here's the thing. That's why she must feel guilty all these years. She's been given the money because that's my nephews and nieces. So
Yeah, I
now,
think I think that's probably why she posted it because she does. I reckon a part of her does feel a bit guilty about she's not providing for her nephews and nieces, but at the same time, you can't give your like livelihood and everything that you're working towards to somebody else, especially when they're not appreciating you for it.
I think the next big topic in that kind of scenario is the fact that in a lot of cultures they view the oldest person, even though like let's be honest, all siblings are the same, should be treated equally,
Oh yeah,
regardless of
100%.
age. They treat them for because someone's older in terms of they have more status, even though this 29-year-old younger sibling is the person who's achieved quite a lot
There is
and
a
they're relying on.
negative.
So why are the relatives coming her giving her lectures
There's,
about
you know
oh
what? I imagine if she's Asian, it's probably a lot of them just saying, "Oh, yeah, you shouldn't talk to your older sister like that," because there is this thing of in Asian culture of like just because somebody's older than you, like no matter what wrong they do, you can't really like chat to them about it, which I think is so crazy. I feel like obviously you shouldn't blow up at people and you shouldn't like be disrespectful or whatever, if someone's older than you, you shouldn't disrespect them. But however, if somebody's done something wrong, if somebody's doing you wrong,
no,
you
but
should be able to communicate that to them.
here's the thing: it's not like she's relying on an older sister. No, it's the opposite. The older
Yeah.
sister relying on her. So
It's like, don't you have
they,
any
I,
shame?
but I don't like how the family have taken it out of context. Maybe the family value more the fact that the person who provided children over the person who's provided just
Money.
gets money. But then it's kind of weird because like when they're talking to people, they'll probably be like, oh no, this whatever her name is, 29-year-old. Oh yeah, she's got a nice flashy job. She's doing really well.
Yeah.
That's what they'll talk about. But then on the inside, they value the 36-year-old who's had children with multiple men.
But then if you look at really, really, really traditional Asian families, they do look down on career driven women as well. Like they
But
look at it as like a negative thing that they're not focused on making homes.
and that's good why it's changed, man.
Huh?
We need to promote women in STEM, especially, man.
We need to promote women.
We need to promote women, and that's what we're doing here, man. We promote
That's
this.
not what we're doing here.
It it's not our fault that the fact that this situation was a woman versus a woman, and there's one woman who's like
Yeah.
who can't live. I feel like she can't live her life because she's had to depend on looking after kids as
Yeah.
well as
And her older
her
sister.
older sister, and then as any kid does, if your parents in your life, you look after your parents as well.
Mm,
That's where all the money should go really to her parents, and herself and
herself.
let her build a career. But then maybe that's what she
And you
wants. But
notice
then,
that she said she's gonna live alone. I feel like that means she's had some like negative experiences. She's
man,
probably looking at her sister's relationships and thinking, I don't want any part of that.
let's twist this, man. Let's provide motivation to her.
You
You're
know
gonna find
what?
someone. You're
You're
gonna
gonna
get some.
find someone, and he's gonna provide for you,
And guess what?
or not, because we promote women.
I think this individual is really well off, and like she because she mentioned she's going from middle class all the way to upper class.
I feel like you're flirting now.
I'm not flirting. What I'm saying is,
I feel like you want to
she
get
will be the
provided
provider.
for.
She will be the provider.
Would you let her provide for you?
I don't really want to be in that family dynamic, but but
That's the
there's no
only
issue.
reason. That's the only reason.
There's no issue in her going off to the city and doing well for herself, man. I genuinely think the family need to have a strong look at themselves in the mirror and be like, she's our only hope.
You need to.
Maybe spin the
No,
block.
you know what? You know what? If you're her family and you're having a go at her for financially providing for her sister, and then she finally does something nice for herself, like having a go at her for saying, "Nah, she can't provide for her sister anymore," you need to have a good, hard, long look at yourself in the mirror and just tell yourself that you're a stupid fool, because that is just a ridiculous way to treat somebody.
But then, how she's been a mother for 17 years. That's a long time. And I feel like you get used to a certain way in life. That's what she's got used to. Now, because her family are also a big issue in this, because they must have allowed this. They must have been like, no, this is normal because someone has to provide and it's everyone's money. But then
How you
there's
got
two ways
five
about it.
different baby daddies?
As I say, man, she's always in the club. 36 in the club, though, man.
36
As
in
a
the
mother,
club's
as a
crazy.
mother of five,
36
crazy.
in the club's crazy. You know
She
what
might
else
be
is
pregnant in
crazy?
the club.
39 in the club. And that's why we hate Kevin Durant.
Bro, luckily he didn't put a location there, you know. Bro, next
Uh,
summer, he'd be there.
I think in conclusion, I think both of us agree she's not the
She's
asshole.
no,
Your sister's the asshole, man.
so much of an asshole. But then here's the thing: people may look at it the other way in terms of like family's family.
You should
She's
just do it and
she's got
charge
kids.
it,
You
provide
should
for them.
help them
Yeah.
rather than putting the kids at disadvantage. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, it may sound wrong, but like she should have thought about the kids first.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's wrong at all. I think obviously, yeah, if you can support your nieces and nephews because their mom's an idiot and isn't doing that, then you should. But also, if you need, she's getting a. It's not like she's buying a flashy car or she's like paying for some
She's
stupid
popping bottles,
wedding.
man.
But she's getting a house, man. She needs somewhere to live. Like,
and, and she's moving up in her career as well.
yeah,
As
and
well.
she's moving up in her career. Like,
But
I think fair enough.
but I'm never going to side with this 36-year-old lady who
Is in the club.
is in the club, who seems very childish,
Yeah,
irresponsible.
100%. You're
But
grown.
one thing I might say is the only kind of thing that I'd say like could be her leeway would be if one of the baby daddies did pass away. So like when the kids then I feel like okay cool like maybe as a family you should help especially for that kid. But if the baby daddies
Yeah,
are
but guess
around,
what? There's four more, bro.
but here's the thing. Okay, here's another conversation. That other baby daddy, he should only really provide for his one kid, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. But if four of the kids are being provided for, and you've only got to worry about one of the kids, you can figure that out by yourself.
That's my mother on it.
That's on the mother. It's your kid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this sounds harsh. It is your child. Yeah. If everything else in the world fails, you have to be able to provide for your child.
Children are expensive.
Children are very expensive, man. But like people just, I, I'm. I don't say it to sound peak like, oh, you shouldn't have a kid if you can't provide for them. Obviously, everyone should have the right to have a kid and deserve that joy in life and whatever. But you've got to think about if you're making stupid decisions like you're going to spend your life in the club at 36 instead of getting a job and providing for your kids, you don't deserve to have kids. Like you don't have that. You're not good enough. You're not good enough to be a parent.
She's paying a carer, a nanny.
Yeah.
Like she's paying that.
Oh yeah, she's paying it from her money,
Wait,
and it.
when like she hasn't got a job.
Yeah.
I understand if this Grace had a job, and then she's got a
A
carer,
nanny, yeah.
a
But she
nanny.
hasn't got a job.
Think-
So what the hell do you need the nanny for, you dumb cow?
So look, I want to make a statement that I actually live quite a nice life in terms of like I'm really happy with my family, and I'm not leaving my family. Even though I tell people to leave their family, it's only because I just care about the person.
It's because of views.
I just care about the person. I feel like
It's because you're
having that
farming
break,
views,
having
bro.
that break makes sense. But look, personally, I wouldn't because I'm not in that situation. But probably now it actually makes it look like if I am ever in that sort of situation,
Yeah, any girl that's watching this that's thinking,
I'm
oh,
leaving.
that Rahib guy's cute, I might want to marry him. Yeah, she's seen you constantly talk about leaving your family, and she's like, okay, maybe not.
Here's the thing, yeah, like I don't think that situation will ever happen,
Like, you don't think there's a girl watching this thinking, oh, Rahib's cute?
Nah, why are you saying that for?
I'm sure there is. There's got to be at least one. There's so
Nah,
many
don't
people
say that. Nah,
viewing
nah, nah,
this.
nah. Don't say, bro. There's like millions of people viewing this, bro. Like they constantly see that.
There's so many people viewing this. There's got to be
They can,
one.
nah, but look, I'm committed to the family, to the cause, and but yeah. Anyway, I wouldn't promote leaving
Okay, like that.
fully,
That's
even
good.
though I say leave the
I'm glad
family.
you cleared that up.
But maybe it kind of looks more into my character now. I'm just saying, now you know what? I just charge it
You
for
know what it
everyone.
is?
Let's go.
That's like giving someone advice that you know is bad, just because you enjoy the drama of it. That's
No,
who
but,
you are. You're a terrible
no,
friend.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I was giving bad advice, you'd know straight away. I have a little smirk before I say
Yeah, yeah.
it.
I would know, but I'm saying these lot are probably like Elise is watching this thinking, "Wow, Rahib told me to leave my family. I'm gonna go leave my family," and you're there just giggling like, "Haha."
Yeah, if I just something like bad happens in court and then like no, something bad happens and it goes to court and the these are advice as evidence. Two brown guys in
That
the
would have
middle
to be
of
the most unserious courtroom ever if they're referencing us.
two brown guys in the middle of England just talking about, oh yeah, just leave your family.
Leave your
But
family.
anyway,
Should we
what
get
would
into
you
this one?
do? What would you do? You tell me, what would you do?
Is that your transition into this?
My segues have been so good. All the time my segues are so good. But then like it just didn't work.
Yeah, you know what? Keep trying it, man. It's only episode 2. We're just gonna get better and better.
So guess what? What would you do in this situation?
What would I do in this situation? Hit me with it. Let me know.
So entitled neighbor insists I paid damage she caused. I never asked for it. Alright, so I, a 26-year-old female. There's a lot of females, in this situation today. I live in a townhouse. One of my neighbors is it says M40s. Also, a male who's in his
Yeah,
40s.
40-year-old
Uh,
man.
is that neighbor who always expects favors. I don't know about you if you have that, but my neighbors never really expect favors.
No.
Anyway, a few weeks ago during a heavy storm, a large branch from one of her trees, so it's a female, don't, cracked and fell across my driveway. It damaged my car bumper when I came home. Her tree, I called her. She agreed the branch was from her tree. She said she would cover the repair, but the next day she changed her tune. She claimed the wind was unusually strong, not her fault, and insisted my insurance should handle it. Then asked me to pay her compensation for lost potential value of the tree. She claimed it was ornamental, worth thousands of dollars in aesthetic value. At first, I was stunned. She expects me to pay her because her tree is damaged. She says I'm responsible for cleaning up afterwards. I am flabbergasted by her sense of entitlement. I don't want to fight, but I also don't want to be exploited. I've asked around legally. The tree owner is generally responsible for damage caused by their tree to a neighbor, but she's making noise in the homeowners group saying I'm trying to bully her, cost her reputation, etc. What do I do here? Stand firm and possibly risk escalating hostility, or give ground and accept some cost to avoid drama?
First of all, so just to clarify, her neighbor's tree breaks, hits
Yeah,
her car.
yeah.
She says to the neighbor, "Hey, can you compensate me?" Her neighbor says, "No, because the wind was too strong."
No, no. Here's
And
what
then
happened.
her neighbor says, "Oh, my tree broke. You got to pay me for it.
You missed a big step.
But
So the branch has fallen down from her tree. Now she's now got home the girl whose car's been
yeah,
damaged. Now she's gone up to her neighbor and been like, "Your trees, your branch has hit my car." In that moment, she
she said,
accepted
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
She accepted. Okay, cool. I'll cover the cost. Now she's probably now gone called people. She may have even called her insurance. She's seen, oh no, the figures are a bit big. Now tried to spin the block. Now she's now caused the issue. Now trying to retrack her steps. Do you know what I think the first thing is?
Oh,
This 26-year-old female should have got meta glasses, man. She should have recorded the whole thing, man. But now you carry on. What do you think, man?
your advice is so ass.
It's a yapping session, bro.
Yeah, she should have had meta glasses. That's not advice. That is not advice.
No, but here's the thing. She didn't have it on record, man. This is he say, she say. You know, this that kind of situation.
I think number one, if you know that you're in the right, first of all, don't worry about causing hostility and blah blah blah. If somebody owes you money, if somebody's done you wrong, you're not doing anything wrong by backing yourself and not letting yourself be a doormat. If they want to be hostile, that's their choice. Yeah, as long as you're not hostile towards them, there's no problem. Go to your insurance, tell them for your car, and say, hey, she doesn't want to pay out for like the damages. She doesn't want to clear this up. Can you help me with maybe the cleanup? But definitely, you can. They can help you with the car, and you know her address. They know how to get in contact with her. Let your insurance company handle it. And if she says anything to you, just say, stop being stupid. It's your tree. You're legally responsible for it. And if not, I've reported it to my insurance company. They'll handle it. Like, shut up.
Here's the thing. You know what this whole podcast episode has been about? It's entitlement.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I genuinely don't get how. Yeah, I feel like the people who are in the wrong, they know they're in the wrong. Like the whole
Mm.
time it's always been like they know they're in the wrong, but then they're now trying to spin about act naive and be like, this on you. I feel like people change when money comes. When money talks, people change. Now she's realized, oh, like I reckon this 26-year-old female's got a nice car, you know. And then she realized,
Yeah, you reckon?
yeah, I reckon that. I reckon that's got a big part in it. Because like, look, if it was like a rubbish like Nissan Leaf, like she'd be like, yeah, I can just get you a new one, man.
Yeah.
Was it Fiat Punto? Bro, you got
Oh,
bear them in the UK just traveling around, yeah. Bro, like they could replace that car easily.
yeah.
It'd probably be cheaper to replace the car. All right, here you go. Have my car.
What's the worst car that you've driven? I know
I
mine.
drove a Ford Galaxy, like a 2000 version of Ford Galaxy.
I drove a Nissan Almera. I think it was like a 95 plate. Bro, it was. Anytime you tried going over second gear, it would stall. And I drove it from Hall Green back to like my house. Bro, I was just laughing. My boy, his car had an engine failure, and his uncle just had it like lying around in like a junkyard or something, and so he borrowed it. Yeah, and he was like, "Bro, you've got to drive this thing." And so I drove it, and I was literally crying, laughing the whole time because like first gear's fine, yeah. Second gear, okay, it's starting to make some like creaking noises. Third gear, it would just shudder, and then you'd either put it back into second gear or it would stall. Yeah, like without fail, it was so funny.
But talking about having like a rubbish car, yeah. Imagine if the 26-year-old female had a banger had a
Proper
rubbish car.
dinger.
Genuinely. I'm on the side of
Yeah,
the neighbor, you know.
if she had a proper dinger, that would be hilarious.
Imagine if the tree's actually worth more than the digger.
But
Imagine
that's
that.
hey, but that means the wind. It was unusually strong wind. That means God gave her a gift, man. God gave her an insurance payout.
No, but you know when someone's talking about, oh yeah, the winds are not normal, like it's unusually normal, and like, oh
It's,
yeah, the
it's
tree's more of an
unusually
asset and stuff like
normal.
that. She's got financial advice, you know.
It's unusually normal. That don't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. Unusually normal.
It's unusually normal.
Oh no, that sounds like
That's an
it's
oxymoron. You moron.
no. Going back to it though, like I feel like She does mention that it was a heavy storm.
Yeah, I mean, look, it might not be your neighbor's fault. If it is your neighbor's fault, then that's for your insurance company to decide. I would just report it to your insurance company, and then if she gets hostile, just say, "Chill out, bro. Like, just chill out. I had to report my car's damage. I'm not giving you no money. I've not done anything wrong. My car is literally just parked at home. Yeah. So shut up. Deal with my
But
insurance
here's the thing:
company."
a lot of people, yeah, they want to be in EastEnders. They want to be in the dramas. They want to be in soap dramas. They people. That's why this is why these neighbor wars
If you
happen
want to be
because
in a drama, break into a house, steal all
no,
of her trees.
they want the drama. But I feel like she wants the drama. But then I feel like see this 26-year-old. She said, you know what, I'll cover the cost because I don't want any issues. So this seems like a nice
I don't
person.
think that's
I think
covering
she
the
sounds
drama. I think that's being a pushover. I think that's being a doormat.
that comes to more of the this episode's been a lot of pushover because these
Entitled people.
entitled people have been pushing over like, oh yeah, yeah, cool. Let's treat them like a you
Yeah.
push over, and then
It's like KD
you're
thinks
allowing
he's
it.
entitled to be in these top player discussions, but he's not. He hasn't worked for
I was fucking over. Like, bro, imagine KD's your neighbor. Yeah, man, KD's a bitch, man. KD's a bitch. But what's your what would you do?
My what would you do? I can't lie, I haven't read this one. I just read the tagline and I was like, what? So my what would you do this week? I think I might be dating my gym bro on accident. I am 21, have been good friends with my buddy, have been good buddies with my friend M22 for 2.5 years now. We met in college, our second year, and have been best friends ever since. A small look into the day of a life. We go to the gym every morning at 5 a.m. We hang out after class every day. We are both business majors and are graduating this year. Every night at 9 p.m., we do the Stairmaster for 45 minutes. And then we watch Netflix on my phone in the parking lot before we drive back to our dorms. I think we finished like 4 different shows now. Right now, we are about to finish up New Girl. Great show. He's a really chill guy, and I'm happy bro is there to hang out all the time. We are the kind of people where when a mutual friend sees one of us alone, they'll go, "Hey, where's so and so?" We even go to movies together on discount Fridays after we get our cardio in on the Stairmasters. Yo, this is sounding crazy. We literally do everything together from studying, meal prepping, hiking, drinking, traveling, and watching movies. I think I would actually be pretty sad if my bro ever got in a relationship because I'd feel like I would lose my best friend. He's said the same thing to me before. We have plans to share an apartment downtown when we both graduate and get jobs after college. The reason I'm posting this is because one of my girlfriends asked me recently if me and him are actually together. She said that she had assumed so for a long time. This took me by surprise, as you can guess, and now I just really feel confused and I need advice on how to proceed because now it feels awkward. Am I gay or something? The way this is typed out is so. Am I gay or something? Is this weird? I just want to hang out with the homie and not overthink it. Thanks for reading. Any advice is welcome. The thing is, that's such an interesting dilemma because I don't know if there is a dilemma there or not. I feel like
It's a two-way thing, by the way.
yeah, it's a two-way
It's
thing.
always a two-way thing.
If one of you is interested, both of you are interested.
You know what?
Leave your family.
Have the conversation.
I don't think you're gay. I think maybe you know what. I feel like everyone goes through a time in their life when like the first year or two of meeting like your best friend, where you are spending all your time like together. And you,
I thought you were about to say, oh yeah, but like you sometimes dabble into.
no. But like you do spend. Everyone's got that one boy who at one point of their life, or like maybe there's been like a couple different people where you've spent all your time with that person for a period of time. 2.5 years is a bit crazy, but I wouldn't. I think unless you're like actually attracted to her, I don't think you're gay.
bro.
I do think you guys should be capable of spending more time apart, though. If you're spending all day together from 5 a.m. to post 9 p.m.,
you know that apartment they're gonna get after they graduate.
yeah.
It's gonna be a studio apartment, bro. That's how he's gonna find out, you know. Oh yeah, bro. Like find some apartments that we can go, and like he gets a one bed or studio.
A one bed would kill me, bro. That would be so
Nah, bro, bro, we do everything together, man. We do everything together, man. We do everything together, man.
No, we could just get two single beds.
We can put it together.
And then
No, bro orders two single beds, then you try to the apartment.
what's
Put it
the,
together, bro.
no, there's a gap. It's that big.
Look at the line, bro. And then you put the mattress on top. Get two single mattresses. Look at the line, bro. They get two single line TVs.
I think I would talk to your friend about how much time you're spending together and just say, hey, don't you think it's weird that for the past 2.5 years, neither of us has tried to any girls?
Now, but here's the thing, yeah. I feel like the double act, but like maybe they're in a situation where like they're in a new place, they've moved over for college, but then like
To be fair, I think live separately for after college. I don't think you guys should live together because I feel like for 2.5 years you've done everything every single day together. I think it would be really good for you guys to live apart and start living your own lives. And then it makes it less weird that you guys spend that much time together in college. Because then it's just like, hey, I was basically living with my homie, so I got to spend all my time with him. But then, as you grow up, you can't spend that much time with each other.
just get a job, bro.
But
Just
if
get
you
a
lot
job.
move
Just
in
get a job.
together, everyone's going to be like,
I can't,
yeah,
I can't like just
they're
get a job
beaten.
because if they get a job, if he gets a
Yeah.
job, he won't be doing everything all day. Like, bro, they go 5 a.m. going to the gym together, yeah. Then they do whatever they go to lectures, they go meal prep together, they do everything together. Then they go in the evening, they go to the gym
Can I
just to
tell you?
Stairmaster, and then
No.
they
Can I tell you
they
the
do
only
a
thing?
Netflix session in the car,
Yeah,
bro.
that's the thing that gets me is that they sit in the car and on someone's phone they watch Netflix. That is weird.
But like, it sounds like it must be a regular kind of thing because they go through 4 or 5 series.
Yeah, it has to be a regular thing, but I find the fact that it's regular even weirder.
I think that kind of thing, a Netflix kind of series with the homies. I think that's a bit. That's touching the line. We all have a homie who's in this kind of situation. We all have a homie who we know who's in this situation. We know that like you have.
We
I
all
want to say
have that
double
one.
acts. It's
We all
kind of
have that
crazy.
one friend, yeah, that that like chats to us as if they or has chatted to us at one point as if they're in a relationship. They'll call you at the end of the day and be like, "Oh, what did you do today, bro? I don't want to talk to you about my day.
After 10 o'clock, bro. Just
Yeah, leave me
bro.
alone.
Let's go to bed.
Go to sleep."
I'll talk to you in the morning. Not too early in the morning.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't text me first, bro. Don't text me first.
I had one friend who he'd call me at the end of the day for like he called me at the end of the day once, and it was funny because we just had a yapping session, right? And it was about we went out to watch a film, and it was about the film, and then it was just about random stuff. But then he called me the next day at around the same time, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm just going to bed. Like, what are you doing today?" I was like, "Bro," I said to his friend, I was like, "Bro, we're not having this conversation. Like, I'm not. We're not that kind of say that kind of thing."
Bro, you see, at some point that kind of point, you gotta be like, you gotta kind of check up on bro.
I asked him. I said, "Like, is everything like okay with you? Like." In your love life, and he's just like, just not really chatting to anyone at the moment. I was like, that's why you're calling me, asking me what I did today.
By the way, this was not me. There's no pause, bro.
No,
But
it wasn't right.
we've only ever been to the movies once.
Have we?
That was Americans who buy time.
Oh my god,
I really think that's a buy time.
That was so funny. It was a good film though.
Bro, Lion King Mufasa.
That was a good film. I enjoyed that.
Anyway, but
Anyway,
we're not in this situation, so we don't know really. Like, I think it's clear this friend is trying to stir the pot. I think
Yeah.
she wants the drama because she may look at it like, oh no, these two are like calm guys, like they're together all the time. Like, oh, let me see. Like she's putting what two and two together, not one and two, two, two,
No, no, maybe
two and two.
maybe she's just trying to cause drama. Like some people are just like bad mind like that. Like they just don't want to see other people happy.
But then there's two
Maybe she
points to it.
actually is just trying to cause drama.
There's two sides to it though, because like if they're going to every event constantly together, yeah, to like glue together, and people start talking, there's always some truth to like some sort of situation,
Mm,
even if it's like 0.1%. But then here's the thing: some girls may not understand like when homies are homies, like it's a bond that you
yeah,
can't break. And even if
it's
they live,
brotherhood, man. It's brotherhood.
even if they separate, like live to separate, you know, sounds
They
like together.
separate.
No, but genuinely, like if they live separately, it may actually like they'll always be together, but together as bros.
That's sweet, man. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be worried about the situation as much. I'd just have that conversation with you, bro, and be like, yo, people just be like, oh, I heard like this from this person. I think it's kind of weird. Like, do you think maybe we do spend too much time together and just see where it goes from there?
They're gonna have to
I feel
keep
like
it.
the fact that you guys haven't made a move on each other for the last 2.5 years shows that you're not in a relationship.
You know, they have to go forward. They're gonna have to leave a stairmaster space between each other and not stairmaster together. They're gonna have to leave. They're not allowed to spot each other. They have to be a bit behind when they spot. You know, uh, maybe that's where it started.
What, spotting each other?
That's what the feelings grew.
I don't,
That's why he probably like planted the seed in his head. You know.
maybe. I think that's more than enough on this segment. Now it's time for some head-to-head competition. We're going to get into the podiums for the week.
Head to
Ribe,
head.
what's the topic for this week?
Head to head. You know. Now the topic is top three everyday moments. So this is just genuine moments that happen within your day, but we're ranking them. We're
Yeah,
genuinely ranking
yeah,
them.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go. Firstly, I want to mention an honorable mention.
Okay.
My honorable mention is praying, just because.
Oh, obviously,
Look,
Salah wasn't included in this because it's an obvious number one for both
it's
of
an
us.
obvious number one, but like we know that obviously some of you don't pray, but you are missing out. But we're not going to
Yeah.
go into that. We're not going into that.
Yeah,
But
if you're missing out on post Fajr sleep,
and
oh,
like any religion is like I know most people do pray. I feel
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
like obviously not just Islam, but loads of different religions. But anyway, I'm going into it. Number three, I went for the yapping session. Everyone, I think most people have a yapping session within the day.
Yeah.
I may have it a bit more than other people
Okay.
as a procrastination kind of antic, but I'm just a sociable guy. In your third,
I've gone a very different direction.
okay.
I've gone morning shit. Bro, there is something. Come on.
I forgot about that.
No,
I forgot about that.
there is something about you wake up, you're like half asleep, and then you go sit on the throne in the morning.
Oh wow, that's
No
unreal.
better
You
way to
know,
start your day. And you know what? Everyone's human, man. We all start our day the
that's
same way.
unreal.
Come on, G. Come on.
Okay, number two, I've gone finally hitting the rocks. That means going to bed. If you've done
Okay.
a full day of thingy and you hit the bed, the reason I'm saying this is because I'm currently living in two different places. One place up north in England, one place in the middle of England. My bed in the middle of England is unreal, but my bed up north, I'm not getting proper good sleep. That's another conversation, but like it's a
Yeah.
rubbish bed. It's alright, rubbish mattress.
I've gone for a similar thing to you. I've gone bedtime. Bedtime, best time.
Yeah, yeah, like it's kind of similar. Like
It is the same thing.
it's
Pretty
kind of
much
similar, but
going to
like
sleep.
yeah, but some people like to doom scroll on the phone. You know,
For me, bedtime. When I think about bedtime, I'm like, I get into bed, watch a bit of One Piece, I like chill out for a bit, and then like wind down and then go to sleep. But also just the feeling of like, okay, I don't actually. All these things I've been wearing throughout the day, don't have to think about them anymore. It's bedtime.
you know what I do? I just jump in the bed, bro. Go sleep.
I rate you. I don't know how you do that.
Anyway, my number one pick has to be being in the shower. Something called shower escapism. A lot of people
Ooh,
have this, you know, that like people don't realize like
I love being in the shower.
people who spend a long time in the shower is only because like their best thoughts happen in the shower, but like they escape, and it's known as escapism because people kind of it's like a pause because no one can come in the room unless you have like your shower in the open. But anyway, no one can interfere with your shower, but then
Mm.
like you're creating moments, man. that you forget after. By the way,
yeah,
you
and
forget after the shower. It's like a dream, the
yeah,
daydream, the big daydream parts of shower.
I think when I'm in the shower and I start daydreaming, it's dangerous because it can go on forever if I really wanted it to.
I was meant to have a quick shower yesterday. Lasted half an hour. Carry on, carry on. You using number
All
one,
right,
man.
for number one, this is probably very subjective, but post dinner belly rub. There is something about after you've had your dinner and it's like you can start winding down in the evening. Yeah, the stresses of the day are behind you. You've done your work for the day. You put in a shift. You sit down. You put your feet up. Maybe slap some TV on. Go on your phone. Do whatever you do. Read a book, and you just give yourself like just a little belly rub, man. Just like
Nah.
that for
Not for
me.
me. Not for me. Nah.
That for me is the best part of the day. It's like, you know what? I've completed my shift. I've done my work, and now I can just chill out. I don't have to think about anything else.
Now, but if you overeat, yeah, it's not a nice feeling, bro.
Yeah,
That's not a
hundred
nice feeling.
percent.
So
But then don't
I
overeat.
think I've won. But comments, let us know.
What was your first one?
My number one's shower, bro. Shower
No,
escapism.
the first, as in like the third. Your number
Yapping
three.
session, bro.
Ah, bro, morning shit way better. Bro.
That should be the one, you know.
Morning shit
That
probably
should
should have
be
been
number
my
one.
number one.
Anyway, whose number one was better?
Yeah.
Shower or a belly rub? We'll let it.
No,
We'll
no,
let
no,
it.
no.
Let us
It's
know in the
not a
comments.
belly rub. It's a post dinner belly rub. Yeah, there's intention.
Oh yeah, look. You're making it out
Bro,
like a fat shit.
I can't lie. I'd be sitting there and just like in front of the TV after dinner and just like, yeah, you know what? I worked hard today.
But I can't lie. I can't
And
lie.
that food was
I
good.
can't lie. You know, like you just
Especially after
you just
for my
want.
Bengalis, especially after rice and curry.
I can't lie.
Oh,
You do no. But do you ever just do this where you
oh,
just sit there?
what?
You finish your rice there. The
Yeah,
plate's empty. Then you just sit there and like you just sit there for a bit.
yeah, that's nice as well.
See,
But that's
that's
supposed to the
unreal,
belly
you know?
rub.
Yeah, but imagine you
Okay, you don't have to actually rub your belly, but I'm
or
talking
your
about
head,
that.
yeah. Well, look, you're not gonna rub your
You've
belly.
got another hand, bro. Like I think that
That's
that's
the point.
also a
That's the
post dinner
point,
belly
bro.
rub. It's I'm just talking about that feeling post dinner when it's just like you're full, you're happy, you feel cozy, you feel relaxed.
Nah, but if the food doesn't hit, bro, and like then you're gonna need to go for like the day shit, even shit. No, genuinely, I personally think yeah, like most people have a shower. I was about to say everyone has a shower every day. Like most people have a shower, yeah, bro.
Most people have dinner. Everyone has a morning shit.
Nah, bro, the
I
worst
know.
feeling. We're gonna
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that
yeah.
when you don't get to have that.
Yeah, and you gotta go work or something. Terrible,
Oh my god,
terrible.
that's the worst.
You know what's
It
the worst
ruins your
thing?
day, you know.
You know what's the worst thing when it doesn't happen, and then like you start feeling bubbling on your drive to work. No, okay, we're doing too much. We're talking shit now. We're talking shit.
That is the most yapping session kind of
Yeah,
talk, you know.
that was crude. I'm sorry.
I'll be honest. I'm putting a statement out there.
Hmm.
If you don't have a talk about that sort of thing, like taking a shit yeah, with your friends, you ain't friends, you know.
100%.
You just ain't friends, bro.
You know, my cousin said that he never tells his missus that he's like going for a number two.
How long has he been with her for?
They've been together probably 10
Married.
years now.
Married as well. You know?
Married for like a good few years as well.
Maybe in their relationship, that's just a
They've
taboo
been living
subject.
together for 3 years at least. Yeah,
That's just a taboo subject.
3 years. They just don't talk about it.
But that's a couple thing.
I
don't
find
think-
that weird, bro.
I feel as if in terms of we're talking about with the boys with the homies, the yapping session probably.
No,
Yapping
but
session.
your missus, that's your partner for the rest of your life. That's the person you're going through life with. If you can't say, babe, I got an upset stomach, I need to drop the kids off at the pool.
Here's the thing.
You ain't living, man.
His thing. They'll find out if you go to the toilet after, bro. They'll
That's
find out, man.
disgusting.
They'll find out. They'll just find out, bro.
Next segment.
Next segment, bro.
Welcome to the tip-off sporting section, and for this week we are doing our top sporting moments that we'd want to experience.
No, we'd want to be there in that person, or like in that person's kind of crazy.
In that person's
No, but I think we're watching like the spectator kind of position,
as in like we could have been there to see it.
and the actual position you'd be.
Oh yeah, cinema.
I'd start off. I've got a good one.
Okay, you go first.
So in 2019, in the summer, there was the biggest sporting moment was probably the Toronto Raptors winning the beating the Warriors to win their first chip.
Which
That
moment though? Like
now here's
specific
a bit
moment.
specific moment. Kevin Durant getting injured and Drake being in Drake's position where he's like,
Ah,
oh no, man. He was chatting
he
rubbish
was so
the
happy.
whole
Drake
time,
was gassed.
but he did that thing where you pretend that, oh no, man,
No,
KD's
no.
injured, no.
Bro, Drake was gassed.
But that moment to see KD drop to the ground,
All right, that's
oh
hateful, man.
man,
That's hateful. I don't want him to get injured. That's sad.
you wouldn't want him to get injured.
I just think he just needs to shut up. I don't want him to get injured.
But guess what?
But,
He got injured.
but that would be your moment that you'd want to see KD get injured.
Kawhi ended up winning that title,
Yeah, and now
and
Kawhi's
KD did
injured
not
for the rest of
speak.
his life.
KD did not speak.
Thank God.
So, but imagine being Drake's position. Firstly, anyway, while on that, Drake's seat at the Toronto Raptors arena.
Oh, that was 10 out of 10.
But bro,
I think for me,
that
if
thingy.
if I was looking at that playoff run though, for me, I would
I
want to
know
go
what
to
you're gonna
the
say.
Eastern Conference
Philly.
Finals moment. Yeah, that shot. I would want to be in the corner with Kawhi, seeing that shot when he like squats down to the ground and you just see it bounce and then go in. That would be unreal.
You know what? Who I want to be? I want to be in the Philly dressing room, so I could just watch Joel Embiid cry. That's as iconic as the shot is. One of the other iconic shots is
So if you could be
Embiid going down to
if you
the.
could be anywhere, it would be an NBA dressing room.
No, no, don't put it that
That's
way,
kind of crazy.
bro. You get to see Joel Embiid just crying, bro.
You'd see a lot of Joel Embiid in the dressing room, I'm sure.
Bro, he's a bitch as well, you know.
I hate Joel Embiid. I think for me, sticking on basketball, if I could be there for any moment, I'd want to be courtside. Game five for is it game five or game two? When the one we watched together for the Western
I
Conference
felt
Finals between the Dallas Mavericks and the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2024. One of the greatest summers of my life. Um, Watching Luka Doncic hit that shot, that step back three over Rudy Gobert, would be the most unreal experience of my life.
But here's the thing. These are gonna start getting bored of us talking about that exact same moment every single week,
Yeah,
bro.
we do talk.
It's
I do
every
talk about
week,
it
bro.
quite a
But we're
lot
gonna talk about it again.
because
Firstly,
it is. I don't think you lot understand. Me and Ryan were together. We watched the game, and I witnessed with my own eyes watching that shot go in. I think the other
but
basketball
imagine, no,
moment
but
I'd be there
he's
for
you know whose eyes want to be with in that situation, McDaniel's.
Jaden McDaniel. That face he pulls is so funny.
You know. Ah, man, like he got such good view of it.
Yeah, which other Luka Doncic moment I would really want to be like there for the 60-20-10 game because I watched that live again. Yeah, and it was fun watching it live by myself in my living room at midnight. Imagine being in Madison Square Garden watching that game. MSG, bro, they got the best atmosphere.
I think that's more of a personal one, for you, because I feel as if like
Yeah, that is.
it's full straight personal one because I feel like a
I
lot
just
of other
love Luka
people just
Doncic.
don't
I'll be honest.
remember it. Whereas like, see, my personal moment would be on football, would be the World Cup 2010 final when Iniesta scored. I wish I was near the corner flag, I get involved in celebrations.
You know what? I would want to
Iniesta
be
running to me, man.
the Qatar World Cup finals, the penalties. I would
Oh,
want to be one of the guys that's standing on the pitch that doesn't have to take a penalty.
or you know what? You could be on the sideline. Maybe Dybala. I don't know if you want to Dybala minutes. That World Cup, yeah, Dybala had the most perfect moment, bro. He barely came on. He came on the pitch at once, yeah, for 2 minutes, yeah. He's more than a good enough player to be playing, but it just didn't play him. He just was there, just for the vibes.
Was he injured?
He went into no, bro. He was just there.
I was just, I was best.
You just didn't use him.
You know what? That World Cup final was insane, man. That was so good.
There's something about World Cup finals,
Yeah, you know what? I think it's international football. I would love to be there for one of the moments where we won the semi-finals in like the Euros or the World Cup.
He's the one that I wanted to go to would have been obviously the Euro 2021 final. The Wembley, England, Italy.
Oh yeah, Yeah.
That moment when Shaw scored probably would have like
Bro,
I think the nation, that's probably the peak the nation's gone in terms of like
I will
height of a
never,
moment.
I will genuinely never forget when it got to penalties. I was stuck in Dubai at this point because
Oh yeah,
Dubai was
you
on the
were,
red
yeah, you
list.
were.
Yeah, and I'm at Buffalo Wild Wings watching this,
How
watching those
many?
penalties. How many what?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
How many
How
wings?
many wings?
Oh, bare. I think we just got a platter for me, my
Okay,
dad, and my
oh,
brother.
there's nothing. Oh, a wing platter looks crazy, man.
Crazy, man. Great kicks
Oh,
off. I might have to get some wings after this.
Toronto's. Anyway, Karen.
We're not getting into that discussion.
We're not getting into that discussion. Had a fight last night.
Next episode. Which is the best spicy dip burger in Birmingham? No, I think it was crazy because there was a kid on the table next to me and he was making so much noise for Italy just to piss me off because he saw I had an England top on, and I actually had to sit in the car for and listen to the penalties on the radio because I was so invested. And bear in mind, I don't watch footy like that, but I was so invested in England to win. If that kid said something during those penalties to piss me off, I was gonna punch him in the face. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to get put in jail in Dubai for punching a minor in the face. I am going to sit in the car and listen to the penalties, and I listened to us lose.
It put me off my food, you know. I got my food delivered after, you know, deliveries were mental that day, you know. It took about an hour and a half my Uber Eats stuff. I literally could have gone down the road and got it.
It was that was heartbreaking.
But on that I think that's a good wrap up for today's thing, you know.
Yeah. Let's wrap up.
Entitled idiots.
Let's wrap the tip off.
Yeah, but here's the entitled idiots like Nico Harrison
And Katie
are the motion of this.
Yeah, you know what? There's too many
Podcast today.
entitled people in the world, like Grace and Nico Harrison. So
And Katie.
yeah, be a good person, be helpful to people, and don't
And
tread
carry
wicked
on
witches.
yapping. So with that being said, subscribe,
subscribe,
follow,
like,
share.
yeah.
Share. We need the followers up, and
If you got someone in your life, if you got someone in your life who you like to yap with, share the podcast with them, man. Maybe they'll enjoy it. Maybe they won't. Who knows? You won't know until you send it to them and you find out.
and you could be part of this podcast. You could be sitting right in the middle here. No, that's not happening.
That's crazy.
That's not happening.
You'd have to sit on the buzzer. Anyway, guys, that's it for us.
That's a wrap.
Make sure you keep rapping, keep yapping, and see you next week.
That's a wrap, man. Goodbye.